What's up, AURN fam? I am Maya Tillman here with the cast member from Aladdin the Musical, Angelo Soriano. How are you?
Not bad. Thanks for having me.
Welcome. So, I hear you are an understudy, a swing understudy at that. What exactly under entitles all of your jobs for this musical?
As a swing and understudy, I actually am able to perform 14 different roles in the show. 12 of them are the male ensemble tracks. A track is everyone's running of the show that they do every night. I know 14 different roles in this show alone. Two of them are also principal roles. One of them is Omar, one of Aladdin's best friend, and the other one is Iago. So sometimes
My
I get
favorite.
to be, sometimes I get to be a Disney villain as well.
Oh, that must be fun playing the villain.
Oh yeah, it's a blast. Yeah,
So, how many practices are you having to slay through all day long to memorize all 14 positions?
that's crazy. It's because we perform 8 shows a week, and so it kind of never leaves your head. You're just hearing the show every night. You remember all the lyrics and all of the movement. But for me, we'll have up to around 8 to 10 hours of extra rehearsals a week if needed. Um, um, but those hours are reserved to either maybe help a new cast member come into the show. So we'll do things like um, prepare a new talent to enter the show by being there for them as the other tracks so that we don't have to call all the ensemble members into the rehearsal that day. Or we'll do an understudy rehearsal maybe once a month where we can kind of touch the roles that we haven't done in a while. So sometimes I'll do, an Iago understudy rehearsal and I get to just feel it out, do the show, run through the show, and get the lines across, and get all the dancing and the choreography back into my body. But it could be up to 8 or to 10 hours extra a week for us to kind of be on par and keeping the show going because there's no option. I have to just be able to perform at any moment's notice, and that's the life of a swing.
So, you must have a regimen to keep your brain healthy.
Yes.
As you know, they say apple a day keeps the doctor away, but having the memory of an elephant, no pun intended, um, is helpful for something like this, you would think?
Yes, absolutely. Because, you never know when you're going to be needed. Sometimes I'll know 2 weeks before the show that I'm on for a certain track, or I'll know 2 days before the show because someone has a personal circumstance that they have to attend to, or most of the time they'll tell me 2 hours before the show to confirm. Like today, I have a 7 o'clock show. I'll know at 5 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock, what I'm going to be doing that day.
What was your favorite part of the musical overall?
I love getting to play Iago. I think anytime that anyone has a chance to play a Disney villain,
Oh, yes.
there's nothing more fun than that, especially getting to do an evil laugh and just setting the audience off with your shenanigans. To have the agency to just be a comic relief in a show is always very fulfilling. And just to be Iago next to Dennis Stowe as our amazing Jafar, it's always great energy. And the audience, even at the end of the show, sometimes, people like to boo the villain, and that means he did a good job. And we get to just, live that as part of Disney history forever. So I'm grateful.
I love that. How many times does it take you to get a good evil laugh in?
Oh, I think that I've been practicing having an evil laugh since I was little because I'm the oldest brother of five,
Oh,
and that and you gotta develop an evil laugh along the way because
I hear
you might be doing some sibling type things, and it's always funny to just have a laugh there.
Yes, me too. I'm the oldest of three, so I know exactly what you mean.
You see,
Yes,
yeah, that's how we
definitely.
do.
How do you mentally prepare for having to jump into the role at any given moment?
Literally, I can feel myself kind of get off that track when I don't eat well, or when I don't exercise, or when I don't stay active, or if I don't sleep well. And so a lot of it really is not just physical conditioning, making sure to go to the gym. I go to the gym before every show if I can, because I'm it's a very physically taxing show. And also not a lot of clothing, and so there's a lot to show for that as well. So you have to be ready to play the character in a physical way, but also play the character in a mental way. And if I don't get enough sleep, maybe it's hard to sing certain lines because they can be very high, and my voice isn't prepared for something like that. Or if I'm not well hydrated, or if I ate something weird, and something maybe a little bit spicy, it works for someone like being a Disney villain and doing an evil laugh as Iago, but it doesn't make for the prettiest singing if I'm, having trouble with acid reflux or something like that, which is a very real thing. We have to, you know, um, make sure that our body is able to not just upkeep ourselves physically and mentally, but be ready to deal with something as it comes, especially those times when you're doing the eighth show of the week, and you know that the audience is there for the first time, seeing the show for the first time on a Sunday, and you gotta rally. You gotta rally, and you just gotta like figure it out so that your body can just get through the show, keep the integrity, and give them a good, you know, show that they paid for, because everyone deserves that.
You're so totally right. We are coming up on Mental Health Week, as we all know. It's April, and so that is great insight on the rigorous life. Yes.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you so much. What's up, AURN fan? This is Maya Tillman. Look for this story on YouTube under In the Crowd at AURN Online and online at AURN.com.